This is the somebody needs to hear that. That's what this video is.
It's hot.
I feel the God. Do you want to know why it's hot? Ask me.
Here. No.
Ask me.
Why is it hot?
Because you got the French fry lights on.
Oh my God.
You don't even need that.
They're French. They're not French fry lights.
No, they're clearly French fry lights. You're sweating around your nose.
For real?
Nah, it's
That's
just me.
That's just my highlight. Smile. There you go. Hello my loves and welcome back to our channel. Happy Valentine's Day because it is Valentine's Day and that is the reason for this video. I posed a question on my Instagram on Monday basically saying if you could ask a member of the opposite sex anything you wanted and they had to give you a straight up, no BS, honest answer, what would you ask them? And I have a special guest with me. For whatever reason, you guys said you wanted to see him back on the channel.
Who doesn't want to see me back on the channel?
You're so annoying. So yes, we brought him back. This is not good. You really need to get over yourself.
It's tough. It's tough.
You make me tired. You're exhausting. So yeah, we are going to answer those questions. I will answer the ones for the. Don't say the N-word. It's Black History Month. Don't say.
What is that?
Anyway. So he will be answering the questions for the men, and I will be trying my best to answer the questions for the females. Are you good? What's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm good. You done, Captain Obvious? I'm ready to rock.
Why are you so mean? I don't understand. I feed you. So bear with me because I am reading these off of my phone. First question.
J. Cole says every 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody has a problem. Nobody has a problem. As soon as I say it, red flags.
So our first question is going to be, why don't females ever know what they want to eat?
Let's get right into it.
That was simple.
Let's get right into it.
I don't know. We don't like making the wrong decisions. We're greedy. And we want mad stuff to eat. And then sometimes we're trying to be considerate of your pockets. Not really. No, we're just greedy. We're greedy. I know when I never know what I want to eat because when you ask me, I have at minimum like 5 things that I can name. And I don't want you to judge me. So it's like, honestly, it's because I know why I never know what I want to eat. And that's because I want to eat everything. So
to all females who never know what they want to eat, it's probably better for you to work backwards. Maybe you go, here's what I don't want to eat. And from then, whoever your partner is will be able to choose from there.
Like, you ask me what I want to eat and I'm going to say,
like, I don't want pizza and I don't want Chinese.
But those are like 2 things, like I know I want that.
Right, these are examples.
What's that one? How do you guys really feel about the 90-day rule? That was from a female.
So, alright, so let me just be clear here. How do we feel about you all waiting 90 days to have sex with us?
Yes.
I think it's stupid. It's stupid. It's dumb. it's very dumb. We're not gonna respect you then.
What? Wait.
It's gonna be the same respect. If I meet you, I know whether or not you want. I know whether or not. Sorry, Jesus. I know whether or not you want to get intimate.
Sexually. Okay.
I know, I already know.
All right.
If you wait 90 days, you're just being a fool.
A fool though?
Yeah.
Why a fool?
Because you're trying to convince yourself that you're something you aren't. And why deprive yourself from something that you want? Because we sure as hell do not. And what's gonna end up happening is, if you do the 90 day, we're gonna be intimate sexually with somebody else for 89 days. Oh, this is what they want. This is what they want. Somebody needs to understand that waiting 90 days is not gonna make that man want you.
So you don't feel any, you know what?
Right. Next question. They needed that. Somebody needed that.
So overall you're just saying you think it's stupid. Guys think it's stupid.
I think guys think it's stupid. I don't think no man goes to their man's house and is like, I got a winner. Just waiting 90 days. And I found that no guy does that. No guy does that. You want to know where they go? To the other woman's house, who's not on a 90-day rule.
Okay. So I'll ask the question. Do you think? Yeah, I'm gonna ask
you
it.
Can't ask
They want to ask it. They want to know. Do you think guys feel a certain type of way or look at a female differently if she doesn't wait 90 days and gives it on first night?
I think
Not you. You're a little different. What? But most men, do you think that she throws out the possibility of having him respect her in the way that he should?
Yes.
Because she gives up on the first night? So,
I think it's possible for that to happen, yes.
So when's a good,
I don't think, and that's why I say the 90-day rule is dumb, because I don't think there's a definite time. And I'm exaggerating, they both might be 36. Like, you're grown. Like, what is one night or 90 days? What's the difference there? I think if there's a connection, then you should let it ride.
They don't put rules on it.
Nah, I don't think you should put rules on it. When a woman feels that man is, I guess, good enough for her to give herself to him, do it.
Okay.
It's like the 1930s, it's time.
Why is it so hard for you to settle down? That is from a female asking, guys.
This bull. Sorry. I think it's hard to settle down because men know what they want. They're just greedy. It is. Like, they could have a great thing in front of them, but it's like, damn, look at all this other stuff I got. And it's sometimes it's hard to choose, and we don't have the mature mentality to understand that you can't have both, right? And once you have one thing, you lose the other. So what happens is, we'll hang on to this, hang on to a couple of those things, and then once the great thing is almost about to go, we'll be like, it's not worth it. But we don't have the capacity to understand that from the beginning. That's how I honestly feel.
So it legit takes y'all about getting ready to lose
Most of us.
the great thing?
Yes. Most of us, yes.
That's damn shit.
It is. In all my research, I mean, it goes to show that. Like, if you gotta understand.
Your research?
Yeah. You gotta understand, like, if you have this lobster over here, right?
Okay.
Lobster nice. But then you have all these burgers over here. It's like, yo, the lobster is fire. And it's like, I can get meat. Okay, maybe the lobster and burger.
What the hell? What the hell are you talking about?
maybe that doesn't work. So we can cut that.
Okay.
But I do think it's because we're greedy. We want our cake and we eat, and we want our cake
And eat it too.
There you go.
There you go.
I think we do only what the female allows.
Say that again.
Men will only do what a female allows. It's very simple.
We'll have a private talk, ladies, about that.
It's no private talk.
It is a private talk because well, no, you're right, because you're doing them a favor, like you're spilling the tea.
Man,
but
I
yes.
get killed for this.
Okay. What are the top 3 most common lies you tell in relationships? That is from a guy.
Oh.
I'd like to start off by saying
No.
I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable because.
Oh my God.
Because
Answer the question.
top 3. What are the top 3 most common lies?
You already know what the question says. You already know what the question says.
But I have to.
I already know what one of them is.
What is it?
Don't know. Once you say it, I'm gonna be like, knew it.
Lie number 1 would be. Damn, I don't.
Come on. Like, look, come on.
Did you come? It'd probably be the one.
Wait. Wait, what do you mean?
That'd probably be.
Did you come?
We don't always come when
Oh, okay. When I had, well, not I mean, but if a guy has. So you lie about orgasms. That's number 1.
we do lie about orgasms.
Okay. Knew it.
Okay, when I say, oh, babe, I've been had this. Like, when you be like, oh, that's nice. When you get that. Or I'll be like, oh. Like, when you compliment me on something that I had. And I'm just like, oh, babe, I've been had this. I didn't been had this.
Good.
I just bought it.
Ah. Okay. Number 3.
I really don't know, honestly. Can we go back to that one? Ladies, if it was guaranteed that nobody would know, are you down for 2-on-1? What is wrong, guys?
It's a solid question. That's a solid question. And let me just give some background here because I understand that question. Like, it's a lot of females' fantasy.
Okay. I'm like, what background? What are you talking about? Cut.
I feel as though a lot of females have that fantasy. Not necessarily get a train ran, no. Because there's a bad, there's a bad connotation with that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being able to be pleasured by 2 males that you fully trust, right? And nobody will know about it. Nobody can judge you, right? You can't get married later and people know that something, no, none of that. But that fantasy, if guaranteed nobody else would know and they can't tell anybody, would you do it?
I would.
I know, and so would 87% of them.
I don't know if. Yeah, I would.
You gotta say it 3 times for it. Why did you say it 3 times?
But it wouldn't be with. This sounds really bad. Cause you said with somebody that you really trust, and I wouldn't do it with somebody that I would do it with like somebody that I don't know. And you?
No, absolutely not. But I understand that too. That's like
we'll never see this person again.
Right, bachelorette party, out of state, out of the country, boom, bang, boom. No, you don't need to know my real name. No, you don't need to know my Instagram. But I agree with that. I understand that because that's how I truly feel. And I feel like a lot of females are afraid to say that.
What, that we would? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's because you need to have one person that you trust.
No.
I think so.
I don't think so.
I would have to have one person that like, well, obviously it would be you. But
no, stop. No, I'm gonna just go ahead and put this all out. Do not do it with your significant other. That's not gonna ever work. Ever work. And if you do, maybe in the future, want to be with one of them, do not do it. That's never gonna, whatever. All I'm saying is, The other one of them cannot be your significant other. That is a terrible idea.
Which is why I would never do it.
Next question.
Why don't females support other females more? I don't get it.
Maybe, I don't know. I feel like females hate on other females a lot more than guys hate on guys.
Oh.
Yeah. It has to be what it is. Like, if there's a female scrolling through their timeline, they will say a couple things about somebody on their timeline versus when a guy scrolls down their timeline. You're not gonna be like, hey, look at this ugly dude. Like, we just don't do that. Like, I feel like you guys nitpick each other to the max.
We do.
Yeah, that's OD.
It's just, it's not even, damn. I think we're always comparing ourselves constantly. I think that's a big thing. And I think women who say that they don't, like, I don't compare myself to anybody. I feel like you're lying. You do. But maybe you don't do, like, for me, I don't think I compare myself to other people in a sense where I think where it becomes debilitating for me.
I think society did that. Because it's tough for women to succeed as it is. I feel like you guys climb on top of each other and push the other one down.
Like crabs in a barrel?
It's not that many can be on top. And maybe I went too deep. I don't know.
I feel like women can be on top though. I feel like now, especially
Definitely
as I'm getting older, that's one thing that I really truly believe is that we can all win. Like, I'm not comparing myself to her or her. I think it's more helpful even for me to try to uplift as much as possible than to bring down just to make me feel better. Okay, so next question. At what moment does one decide this is the person I will have a child with? That is from a female.
Ooh. That's tough. At what?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's tough. I think it's different for a lot of guys, but I think if there's one thing that that's like a common theme, it's if they feel as though the woman is going to be a good person for not only them, but their child, right? I think we meet a lot of females who serve their purpose as far as are they for now, are they for the future, are they for the near future? But then you might meet somebody who's like, damn, might remind you of your mom, might remind you of your grandmom, but they're just very nurturing, and you're like, yeah, you know what? Guy-wise, like, I probably wouldn't pull out.
Jeez.
Now, some guys, it's their wife, right? But we all know that's not always the case. So other guys, it's going to be somebody who they feel is very nurturing and very loving. That's just how I feel. I don't, it's kind of tough for me to answer that question.
What do you fear most about commitment? That is also from a female. Asking the guys. Asking you.
What do guys fear most about commitment? If I had to speak for a lot of them, I think it's the idea of not being able to do what you want when you want. And it doesn't necessarily mean all females. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh man, I'm about to lose all my hoes. It's part of that. There's part of that. But then it's also, if I'm committing my life to you, it's just a lot. Like, a lot sometimes. And females love very strong. They love hard, right? And sometimes it's tough to match that. And so when you talk about commitment, you're talking about, I have to match what she's bringing. I gotta match that level. That's just what we feel, right? We don't see commitment as, yo, just be loyal to us and do what you can do in your capacity. We see commitment as, I need to match what you're bringing right now. And I'm not talking about what you're bringing to the table as far as like finances
Like
or anything like that. Yeah, I'm talking about your love. I need to match your love. I need to match your loyalty. And a lot of guys are just, they're just not ready for that. They're not, I feel like they can be. I feel like they should be. Like, we all know when there's a great thing in front of us, regardless of what anybody tells you. We know when there's a great thing, a great woman, a great partner in front of us. We know that. What happens after that, though, is going to be specific to each individual, but I think commitment scares us because I don't know if we can match your level. It's really good. That's right off the top.
That was pretty insightful.
Whoa.
I appreciate that. Whoa. Relax. Jeez. Why do y'all play so many games? That's from a female.
Oh, because we can. We can. You won't do anything about it, and if you do, then you'll see how serious we are.
I'm just gonna go to part 2. If y'all know you have a real one that's down for you, why do y'all take so long, if at all, to wife us?
Again, very specific to each individual, but I think it goes back to the earlier questions, which was, that's a lot. We are very comfortable in the space that we're in, where we get to have you, which is a great thing, right? And then we get to have the other things that don't really fall into the full commitment. Once we fall into the full commitment, we know that that other part of our life is gone. I just don't know if we're mature enough to handle that. It's kind of like...
Thank you, just hit it on the head. I think it's maturity.
Yeah, I really feel it's almost like, and let me know if I'm going too far with this, but it's almost like giving yourself to God, right? A lot of people feel like, oh, I give myself to God, how do I have fun, right? I can't do all the stuff that I used to do that used to give me purpose, used to give me joy, because I have to walk this straight line. That's what God, and it's just not the case. And so not to compare the two, right? But again, it comes with maturity. It comes with, it goes back to, I think the maturity level between what we actually think is commitment and what the actuality of commitment is. I think it's totally different in our heads.
Okay. Also, I know it wasn't for me, it's for the guys, but one thing that I have noticed that we as women do is we stick around way too long. Way too long, sis. We be sticking around way too long, and me personally, like, the way I was brought up, my father always taught me, and my mom, like, start out the way you can hold out. And if you start out loving hard and loving strong and doing all this, and he's not reciprocating, and you continue to do it, you need to get out of there.
That's tough, man, and I feel like that's situational. I agree. I do feel as though females hold on too long. I do agree. I do also feel like it's situational. I think the basis of a lot of relationships is the female unconsciously teaching the male how to love. I think it happens a lot. Again, going back to us meeting the levels, right? Like the type of compassion that you have and the way you say things and how you feel, we be like, all right, cool, right? And we're like, all right, I'll see you tomorrow, right? And sometimes that takes a lot for us, not a lot, sometimes that takes time for us to bend the corner and be like, okay, this is how she's supposed to be treated versus whatever I think in my head. I could feel like I'm treating her like the queen that she is, but technically I'm not, because I don't know how to do that yet. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses, because it feels like that. I just think females, and it sucks, a lot of times that they have to teach us how to love. And oh man, that sucks. I really don't want to say that.
I don't think that's my job though, as a woman, to teach you how to. I think it's my responsibility to teach you how I would like to be treated, and eventually like how I need to be loved.
Right.
However, too often I see females who are in these situationships, and it's like you're in it for so long and you're wondering why nothing's happening, or why he's not changing, or why. First of all, you can't change a man. You be the reason why he wants to change, but you can't change a man. Right or wrong?
That's a fact.
Okay. And I feel like we tend to stay in these situationships for way too long. We just because y'all are not stupid. Men, like, you guys know what you can and what you can't get away with. And I think it's just a matter of, like you said earlier, like, you want your cake and you want to eat it. You have your cake and eat it too. Because it's like, if I am pouring into you constantly, and you are giving me the bare minimum, after a while, that whole you have to teach me and I don't know, that's not gonna,
that's a fact.
It's not your job to keep drilling it in, because they're not dumb. Right. He knows what you want. He knows how you want to be treated. He knows, he has, I was gonna say, they have common sense, but a lot of them don't.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't.
No,
but still.
We're dumb. We're not stupid. We are dumb though.
Exactly.
I will, and fellas, if you don't agree with that, it's like you, we're dumb.
I mean, I'll let it rock this one time.
We're dumb sometimes, bro. It's just some of the logic that we have. It's just like, it's absurd. But we're not, she's right, we're not stupid. And no, it is not your job to teach us how to love. I guess I'm just kind of answering the best way I know how, but you're absolutely right. I
get you. Because it says, why do y'all take so long, if at all, to wife us? And it's like, sis, you shouldn't.
No, you need to go and find the king. You need to go and find that guy that's not going to take long. Right? But I also will say,
what?
Again, everything is situational.
It is.
And you can find a hell of a king sometimes by sticking around.
Leave, sis. Leave. Something.
And then what? You leave, you gotta go on other dates. People gotta figure out what your color is.
Yeah, and it sucks. It sucks, but guess what? Here's the thing, right? I feel like we as women put up with so much, and we're riders because we're hoping that one day you guys as men will have this epiphany, like, damn, she was the one I needed, was with me all along, like a movie. And it's like,
that's a fact.
Sometimes, you know what, you're blessed enough to encounter that. Most of the time though, from what I can see and from experience, leave. If it's meant to be, it'll be.
You know how many situational ships you just broke up just now?
That's all right. Leave. Get out. Get out. You want to be independent or taken care of? Make up your mind.
Hey, yo, can we speak on this? Like, do you want to be independent or taken care of? See, this I can honestly say, it's not fair. It's not a fair question, because I think they have to be both, right? I think both parties have to be both. You have to be, you got to be able to take care of yourself. I think one, you need that. Two, that's attractive, right? You don't really need anyone to take care of you. But then also there's that other part where it's like, I want you to take care of me. I want you to have the capability of taking care of me. So what I feel like that person specifically talking about.
That was a male, by the way.
Right. Oh, he's talking to you? Damn, I messed you up.
It's all right. I was letting you rock.
Oh, no, go ahead. Damn, my bad.
Both. I want I want, as well as I think most females, they want to be recognized as, you know, this being who can do for herself and take care of herself, and that's not this weak and feeble, you know, damsel. But at the same time, I think women are really strong, and we go through a lot, and every now and then it's nice to know that if I am going to have a partner, if I choose to accept you as my partner, as my person, it's only right that I should feel comfortable with sometimes getting to relax and let you take the reins. So both. I don't want, no, we're not gonna make up our minds. Our minds are made up. We want both. How about that? You got something to say? What's wrong? You good?
I feel like what he was trying to say, I think you answered that perfectly, and I do agree. I feel like what he's trying to say is, and let me know again if I'm getting off topic here, but I feel like the men are providers, right? I don't, in most cases, the man is the provider, right? And so, in this case, I feel like a lot of times, although that man provides, although he ensures like security,
Okay, good.
there still won't be a level of respect for him providing and for that security. But at the same time, so let me just break it down in an analogy, because I think maybe this will help, right? You might question him, you might yell at him, you might even like degrade him sometimes, like, and take away his masculinity sometimes, right? Okay. By doing some things. But then on the flip side, if you're in bed and you hear something outside, what's the first thing that you do?
If I have a man, I'll tell you to go check. What was it?
Right. And that's not cool. So that's what I feel like he's talking about.
So you don't want to check to see who was outside for me?
No, you was all big and bad an hour ago. Now you go check. You go check.
And if I die, what happens? Now what?
Now you big and bad and dead.
What's wrong?
I know, but I feel like that's what he's talking about. Like, keep that same energy. That's what I feel.
I just don't agree. Now, granted, I don't believe in the whole narrative that females try to push, that we as females try to push with the whole, like, I don't need a man, and I don't need a man for anything, and blah, 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 because I feel like while you may not, quote unquote, need a man, I feel like you do. I feel like it's you can be a whole woman. But I feel like, I know I'm gonna get dragged.
Oh, you about to get dragged, Daddy.
Ooh, Daddy. You can be a whole woman. But I don't feel that a person is whole. And it doesn't even have to be a man, but I feel like I don't feel like a person is whole without a partner. I don't. I feel like and I don't feel like, or at least I don't feel like a person should be, or should have to be. Like, I don't feel like everything should have to be on the female or on the one person. If I have somebody that is my partner, if I have a man, yes, I'm going to, if something pops off, I would like for you to be ready. Don't get it twisted. I have my ready to go just in case.
No, you don't.
Who doesn't?
No,
Who?
You don't.
Who? Who doesn't?
No. you don't. Okay? Now you Lara Croft. Let me explain something to you. If some shit pops off, you're sending me outside.
I am sending.
If some shit pops off and I'm not here, you're calling me. Not to say that if you need to, just like what you're saying, that you'll get out and you'll check it out, but let's not go with I'm completely prepared to handle what's out there, whether or not I have a man. That's not true.
That is true.
Oh, I disagree, Daddy. I disagree. I feel like a single person is way more prepared to handle it than you are.
You think a single person is way more prepared than I am?
Yes. Absolutely.
I don't agree.
Okay.
I don't think.
Well, there'll be comments and such under here. So, we'll let them.
A single person is way more prepared than I am. Do you mean like than I am, or than a person in a relationship?
Than a person in a relationship.
Here's why I don't agree. A person that's married or a person that's in like a relationship. Here's why I feel like that makes a big difference. Because if the person is in a relationship, nowadays, the way a lot of fellas be acting, it's not guaranteed. So you can't afford to let your guard down, because there is a good chance that I will be by myself, or you know what I mean?
Okay, so then married.
Whereas if I'm married, I guess there's a little truth to that. But it's just like riding a bike. And I got that thing, so. Yeah. Okay.
The feds are watching. Why would you say that? The feds are literally watching this.
They're not watching it. Don't make it hot, jeez. Because I wasn't always married and in a relationship, and my dad made sure that I was prepared. Anyway, what does waxing feel like? Hell. It feels like hell. And I'm assuming that you're talking about the wax, not like waxing eyebrows. Although that doesn't feel good either. But yeah, it's let me tell you something. If you can make an appointment at European Wax Center and get the full, like there's literally nothing that women can't do. Cause it feels, it's like imagine the most painful thing that you've ever experienced.
Got it.
Now, add fire ants. That's what it feels like. It's not fun.
So just shave.
You see, here's the thing, right? Because then you got the stubble, and then you got the sometimes you get razor bumps, and it's just not. It's not. And then if you miss, like when you wax, they get everything. Everything. So that's why it sucks when you. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there.
Thing falling off the bone.
But it hurts. It feels like hell, and it sucks. Let's see what else do we have. That's for a different video. Those questions are good.
Yeah, you might as well bring a couple single cats on.
Yeah. What's a major lesson you've learned from being in a relationship? Sir?
A major lesson I've learned from being in a relationship. A major, damn, I don't want to sound cheesy, but actions speak louder than words.
That's facts. Oh, you know what? I got questions. How do you guys really feel about makeup?
It's annoying.
What's annoying about it?
The process, the magic.
What do you mean the magic?
The sorcery. Like, it's cool. You see him in the club, like, you all jazzed up. I don't think, let me go ahead and tell you this. I don't think any guy has a problem with the female getting jazzed up. Let's talk about this. No guy has a problem with a female getting jazzed up, little makeup, little eyeshadow. That's all cool. I think where guys have an issue is that when you take off that makeup, I shouldn't have to reintroduce myself. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, it's getting really crazy out here. I'm talking about your whole skin complexion changes. Now all of a sudden you have eyebrows. Or you don't have eyebrows. I mean, we're not even gonna talk about the wigs and such, because I mean, I get it.
That's a question. I'll sell that.
It's like it's a lot now, bro. Like, it's a lot. You see a guy, you like, whatever you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying?
Relax. That is not true all the time.
How is that not true?
Because y'all be always having hats on, and then take them off, and then you be bald. Or,
that's fine. That's fine.
Or
because y'all have wigs on, you take them off and you bald. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's fine. Okay, cool. When we go to the club and they say hats off, we gotta take a hat off. When y'all go to the club and they say hats off, right. So I think that's what we have an issue with. It's all cool for a female to get that. That's cool. You play makeup, I get it. Like, that's what's up. Because
don't play makeup. That's art.
Okay, it is art. It is art. But when you walk down, when a female walks down the road and a guy sees her and she's like jazzed up, it's like, she look good. She probably has makeup on, right? So we can't sit here and say that we don't like makeup. We just don't like when you put on makeup and now your facial ID doesn't work. Now you gotta type in your code.
What about women who don't wear makeup?
Alicia Keys?
The Alicia Keys. But that don't look like Alicia Keys. Because Alicia Keys looks great without makeup. Like, do you feel like women should always be putting on?
No. I don't feel like women should always be putting on at all. I feel like women care about how they look. That doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm all down if you care about how you look versus if you put makeup on. Okay. If everything looks like on purpose, I'm down with that. What a lot of females do though, now that we're here, is that they're either 0 or they're 10, right? Like, it's either, there's no need for me to, and I've heard this before, so there's no way I'm lying, there's no need for me to beat my face if my hair isn't done, right?
That's facts.
Or like vice versa, right? So now you're walking out looking like a bum because one of the things don't coincide versus you taking care of everything else and maybe throwing a hat over your hair, whatever. Like, I feel like it's either 0, bumming it, or it's superstar. It don't gotta be like that. It does not have to be like that.
Damn, you want me to look better?
What?
I am either a celebrity or homeless. Like, there's no in between. Like, like, it's either.
What?
That noise, you don't hear?
I don't think that's us.
No, it's them.
Okay.
Let's say, you gonna go inside or what?
innocent. Zero IQ. It's literally like he's watching your ass. I think what you're doing, you're just stopping you're depriving yourself from something that you want, and we sure as hell won't.
Damn.
Somebody needed to hear that also. Bye-bye.
Be sure to follow your girl on Instagram at Anise Nicole, on Twitter at Anise Nicole1, the blog prettydopegorgeous.com, see what your girl is talking about, and that is it. Until next time, my loves, what?
You can follow me at LQ the God. That's LQTHEGAWWD. LQ the God. You understand what I'm talking about? I got people out here who want to know who I am. Can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all just, after this, scroll down her videos and look at the most viewed?
Yeah, they're gonna see that it was a Bobbi Brown foundation review.